A few years ago, I watched an agency lose a six-figure client. It wasn't because strategy was off, it wasn't because design was bad, it was because they chose the wrong development partner. The truth is, agencies don't get burned by picking bad developers, they get burned because they ask the wrong questions when vetting a development partner. If you're an agency owner or you're responsible for delivery, this video is going to help save you time and money. Today I'm going to walk through exactly how to choose the proper development partner that's going to support your agency's growth and help serve your clients to the best of your ability. Portfolio and price alone are the worst predictors of solid dev partners. When agencies evaluate development partners, they typically look at two things: portfolio and hourly rate. Portfolio shows what they built, not how they built it. You can have a beautiful portfolio, but chaotic communication, a lack of accountability, no QA process, and no post-launch support process, which leaves you hanging when you need development partners the most. An hourly rate? This says absolutely nothing. When you're shopping on hourly rate, it's typically a race to the bottom. Freelancers and lower experienced developers are always going to have a better rate than someone who knows how to plan, execute, and then be there for post-delivery. The real cost of missing the right development partner is not when you invoice. It's the rework, the difficult conversations with the clients, and the margin that is slowly slipping away as you have to bring in more resources to help fix issues. You're not hiring developers, you're hiring a delivery system. If you're evaluating a dev partner right now, these 5 questions will tell you everything you need to know before starting work with them. Question 1. Walk me through how you handle scope changes mid-project. Every project has scope changes. It's not a matter of if, but how they're handled. Listen carefully and see if they have a detailed process on how change orders go into effect, if they will communicate mid-project if the timeline is at risk because of scope changes, and if they're truthfully protecting you from awkward conversations with your client or dusting things under the rug. If they can't clearly explain a scope change process, that is a red flag. This development partner is going to work really fast to get things done, and they're gonna try to cut corners and avoid having difficult conversations to increase funding to support scope changes because they're not used to asking for more money mid-project. If they can't articulate their process, they don't have one. Question 2. Who is my day-to-day contact and how do they communicate? Are we speaking with sales in the early pitch process and then we're handed off to a team? Do I get a dedicated PM? Do I have a dedicated development team just for my agency projects? Are we talking on email, Slack, or over the phone? All of these are key to understand how the delivery process and the collaboration efforts are going to look once you're in the middle of a project. The difference between a smooth project and a stressful one is always communication. Bad communication doesn't just slow down projects, it damages client relationships. Question 3. How do you handle QA and what does done actually look like? This is where inexperienced agencies get surprised. Ask them, how do you handle your QA process when it comes to our feedback versus our client? Do you have a streamlined way to collect that feedback so that your team can easily make the changes? Do you test on multiple devices? Do you test on multiple browsers? What does done actually look like in your QA process? All of these questions are critical, especially in the last leg of the race for your project. You want to know that quality is being delivered and that there's a criteria to know when the project is done. You want documented QA processes, documented acceptance criteria, and you need to be assured that your project checks all the boxes so that you can call it done. Question 4. Can I talk to a current agency partner of yours to get their feedback? This is not a curated testimonial. This is a real life referral and proof that your development partner delivers for agencies just like yourself. Ask that agency partner about communication, timeline, quality, how things go post-launch, how many projects they run concurrently with this development partner. All of these things will help you evaluate your development partner and give you a higher chance of success before you pay that first invoice. The real test of a dev partner is how they handle tension and how they can collaborate with their agency partners. At YoDev, we encourage conversations and transparency because long-term agency partners is a win-win for us and the agency. If they hesitate to connect you with current clients, ask yourself why. Question 5, what happens if something breaks post go live? Because something always breaks, you need to know what the response time and the scope is after you actually go live with your new website or project. Are the developers on board to help respond to issues for a given time period? Do you have to pay extra for post-launch support? Or are they silently ghosting you after the project goes live? If it's the latter, this is not a dev partner. This is a vendor, and this vendor is always looking for transactional relationships, not long-term partnerships. Launch is not the finish line, it's the start of responsibility. Now that you have the questions to ask, let's go over red flags and green flags. Here are the red flags: no discovery process, no dedicated PM, vague answers around any process or QA questions, and no documentation. Here are the green flags: structured onboarding process, proactive risk conversations, documented QA processes, and documentation to hand off to your client after the project has been completed. The best dev partners treat your clients like theirs. If they can't explain how they will protect your client relationship, they won't. Choosing a dev partner is not just about code quality. It's about operational maturity. It's about them making you look good in front of your client consistently, even when you're not there. If you're an agency looking to partner with a development firm or a marketing team that's struggling with development delivery, hit the link in the description below and book an intro call with YoDev. Even if you're not looking to partner with us right now, please ask these questions on your next developer interview because this will help you create better partnerships and better outcomes for your clients and projects.